Well, I guess I messed that up. Picked up these boats yesterday, and or day before, and it rained yesterday. I guess they got full of water. But got to clean some air conditioners today, guys. I don't really have much going on. I haven't really. It's kind of a weird. We're in a weird spot right now, but I got these air conditioners. 1, 2. I gotta cut this apart. Another air conditioner here. 2 dehumidifiers. These things are weird, guys. I don't know. I put them in the dirty aluminum pile. I think they might have transformers in them. I'm gonna take one apart and see, because I've been stripping a lot of copper out of things. But we picked up boats, air conditioners. Picked this stuff up yesterday also, after my little adventure. Got one of those indirect water heaters. It's got some copper on it. It's a big copper coil in there. Another big air conditioner. A good one. Water heater. I don't know what this is. I got to take this apart. Some kind of Peerless heat. It's like a furnace, but I guess it's like a heat exchanger or something. It says gas boiler, but I've never seen one. But it's got some copper on it. Back in there, more copper, more pump motors, things of that nature. And then I'm going to explain to you what happened here. A wise man once told me, once you know how to make money and work hard, you'll never be poor. Well, this is how I make my money. Alright guys, sorry for that weird intro. I'm not really feeling too hot today. It's only 22 degrees out. The weather flipped back to being cold again, which we're, early April. It can still be cold. I mean, yesterday was really cold again, and it rained. And you can see from the trailer, I didn't even film because it was so nasty and rainy. We went up to a farm. My helper Xander, his girlfriend's grandmother died, and there was stuff on the property, so we went and picked it up. And I ended up getting back into the property, and I should have filmed me being stuck, but I was so stuck with the new truck. It took me 3 huge attempts to get out. And these stock tires are just dog shit. Just complete dog shit. They won't grab anything. The grass was just wet. I wasn't even digging into the mud. I was into the inch or two of the grass, and then there's underneath, the mud that was underneath. I had my lockers on. I was in full. I was in off-road mode, full. Traction control off, and I couldn't even move, dude. We had the trailer loaded, the new dump trailer here, which weighs 4,000 pounds empty, and we had 4,500 pounds of metal roofing. It wasn't roofing, but it was from a metal pole barn, all the sides. We had it stacked in here, and as you see, I was flinging mud, and I had about a 200-foot across the field grass, and it was slightly uphill, and I couldn't catch any traction. I was going sideways. I didn't have to drive the long way and going about 400 feet through the field. It was just a nightmare. And at one point I was spinning tires so bad the whole truck was hopping, and I didn't want to break my new truck. But you could see the slide marks. Everything slid out perfect. The new dump trailer is nice, because if we had to unload all that stuff by hand, it would have been misery. But I got to pull some of the copper off of this stuff. Or maybe I'll sell it as it is. Another thing is, I'm going to go in the shed where it's warm. I ripped apart a pool heater the other day. I still have an A-coil here I got to do. But I got the heat on it here. As you see, the shop's just a mess. I got to get this stuff out. I got another pool heater. Took the top off it, and it was actually copper. Sorry. And you see it was all that stuff there. I can't really reach it. there was 18 pounds of copper, that thin tubing. I can't reach it. I weighed it up. That's what was in there. Thinned like copper tubing. And they were 2.5 pounds a piece. So there was 9 of them. 8 or 9. So it was like 18 to 20 pounds. I think it was 18 pounds or something of copper. And as you see, I've been stripping apart electric motors, which is kind of a dumb. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. Copper prices are so low right now because of all the tariffs, and it's not even from the tariffs. That's the thing I want to get at. When the price went up, we all sold copper. I sold a bunch. You sold a bunch. Every scrapyard sold a bunch. Kind of flooded the market. And then the tariff stuff hit. So that threw a bunch of uncertainties, which made the price plummet. Now, I've seen prices of guys, number 1, number 2 copper in the 2s. So 270, 280. It's still not a bad price. Is it as good as it was? No. And people are like, oh, the tariffs this, tariffs that. Look, it's going to be what it is, man. Until everything pans out. But the main problem is we flooded the market, guys. We only have ourselves to blame. You can blame tariffs, you can blame Trump, you can blame whoever you want. But we flooded the market. And, when the price was low, all the scrap yards, you guys had a say in it too. When the price went high, you sold. But we kind of flooded the market, guys. And, some people have been holding it for 10 years, 5 years. People are like, oh, I'm going to wait till next time it goes up. And that's going to do it again. When the price goes up and we all bring it in, we flood the market. Same thing that happened at Weissman's. There was so much material coming in, they dropped the price before the tariff stuff even happened. And then it dropped again, and then dropped again. I think my shred / tin price at Weissman's is $215, $220, and that's on commercial pricing. Now, reason why I made about 7 or 8 trips or more since my last video, and I haven't really posted me going anywhere and doing anything, which is kind of a reason. But I don't want to show everything that I do and everything that I make. I never even wanted a scrap YouTube channel. I know a lot of you guys follow me. It's not really what I wanted to do, but it's what I do every day, and that's what I work at. So that's why I try to throw other videos in, riding scooter, doing the 4-wheelers, whatever, trucks. Try to break it up a little bit. I figure you guys have interest in me and what I do, and maybe, you like trucks and different things, but I mean, it is what it is, guys. I can't show everything I do, you know what I mean? I kind of feel like my channel turned into like a vlog of my life, which I don't think anybody's really interested in. Some people ask what I do every day, but I'm doing the same thing you guys are. If you're watching this and you do scrap, then that's what it is, man. But prices will get better, but what's going to happen again is, when the price goes back up $3, $4, or $5 a pound, we're going to do the same thing, guys. We're going to sell it high, and then we're going to bitch when it drops. We can only blame ourselves for that. We flooded the market, and it's going to take a couple months before the market readjusts. And look, Xander's here. Oh, Xander. Hold on, let me talk to him. All right, guys, now that Xander's here, we had a little meeting about a plan of attack. We hooked up the dump trailer and everything, made sure we had all our safety pins and stuff in, emptied the stuff out of the truck, grabbed the Sawzall and a few batteries. I'm gonna go pick up some jet ski racks. Guy called me last night. They don't really weigh a lot. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But we're gonna stack them in the dump trailer, and then we're gonna come back, clean all our air conditioners and stuff, throw all the small stuff into that, and maybe make a big load for tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to snow. There's a 70% chance of snow showers and a mix. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. And I'm going to give Xander the keys to my yellow truck because he's going to go back up to that farm and load up all the aluminum cans that were there. There's probably about $400 or $500 worth of aluminum and cans. And there's a lot of like heavy pieces of aluminum. There's some air conditioners that are already ripped apart. I guess his grandfather years ago was cleaning the stuff and just left a big pile. So I'm going to give him the keys so he can go up and get that stuff tomorrow. Or later today. tonight, and then he'll bring it in tomorrow, because I'm not going to work if it's going to be crummy. But I'll show you what we're doing. I've done these before, but these things suck. All right, guys, this is our nightmare for today. We're going to try to get as many of these in there as we possibly can. They're not too super heavy. I mean, I've showed you guys these before. They don't go as short steel. They don't go as prepared. They go as, I mean, they could probably be sheared into it, because there is not much non-metals on them. A couple little pieces of tape and maybe a piece of foam or a sticker. But we're going to get this, probably this entire stack, and then we'll work on some of these bigger ones. I brought the Sawzall to cut the smaller ones so we could put them in the back of the truck. And here's the side rail, little pieces. Usually these are all scabbed up. Everybody steals these because everybody wants to take the easy shit and not deal with the big stuff. You see, the pile's pretty big. There's 3 stacks of these. And then there's another 40-something jet skis that they're going to be taken out. So here's a stack there, and he's got 2 more tractor trailers coming in. There's a couple over there. But we're going to get started on this, and it's going to take us some time. There ain't any wood on them either. Usually there's wood 2x4s on there I scab, but everybody scabs them. They come down here to take the 2x4s off them. But, alright guys, we're going to start loading these up. Alright, boys and girls, and just like that, we got a bunch in. I think we have 12 and 2 on the sides, so that's 16 in the bed. And then I put all the small ones and the tops, that the smaller ones that are easier to cut, and these are the sides. So I put a bunch in the back of here. Now I'm gonna go home. I have a water heater, a hot air furnace thing, and that pressure tank. I'm gonna take the coil out. And as you see, we got room along the back here. So I figure put the pressure tank, water heater, you know, these could slide forward. But so that'll, it looks heavier than it is. There's no weight there, guys. And what's here is probably only maybe close to a ton, maybe. I mean, I think they're with the tops and bottoms, I think they're 120 pounds, and with the sides it might be 140. So 140, and there's that many racks. I mean, it's about a ton there. And as you see, there's still another load here. So what I'm gonna plan on doing is coming back and getting these another whole day. We're gonna go home, clean those air conditioners, and put them water heaters and stuff in there, and I'll bring this load in tomorrow. And then Xander's gonna take my yellow truck tonight or later today and go up and get that aluminum at that farm and everything where I got stuck. Just stay close to the house, Xander, so you don't get stuck with the yellow truck. All right, we're rolling out. I gotta deal with these. I just walking up. I just was gonna start filming the end of my video. I gotta do something about them. It's aggravating me. Plus, I gotta clean up a little bit back here. I got stuff everywhere. All right, guys. So went back to the house, loaded in a water heater, furnace, and then that was that water heater, the pool heater, blower motor. Took the electric motor out of it, and then just piled all the stuff. I see all the air conditioners are gone. There's a couple little pieces here on the ground. So we've packed all the, see, like that's one of the tops you see down in there. I don't know if you can really see. Threw a bunch of stuff in there. See? Just packed in there. Threw that pressure tank in there. And some stuff there. So, yeah, you can probably see that. There's pieces all down in there. There's still a lot of gaps in there, guys. I did the best I could, but tomorrow's supposed to rain. It says it's supposed to rain till 12 o'clock, so if I leave early enough in the morning, I can beat a lot of the rain and get this stuff dumped off. It's actually a good picture. But yeah, guys, Xander helped me. We got a bunch of the air conditioner stuff done and a bunch of the copper that I had. Got the coil out of that pressure tank. Did a bunch of random stuff, so that's going to be my video, guys. And I want to remind you guys, you know, prices go up, prices go down. You know, this tariff stuff is not going to last long. Prices will go back up. You know, and I've seen fuel prices have been going down. So think about it. You're saving some money too on your fuel, which is hey, let's face it, that's most of our expenses is running the stuff to the scrapyard or driving around picking it up. You know, if you save $5-10 each tank full, over a week, a couple bucks you're saving there too. So just don't worry about it. Hard times and slow times. I get pissed off sometimes, but you know what? I've been doing this a long time also. So, all right, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to bring this in tomorrow. You guys won't see this. One thing I left out in the video is, reason why I haven't been showing is I've been going to another scrapyard. Yeah, I haven't been going to Weissman's. I've made a deal with another scrapyard to haul the stuff. And I'll tell you the weight if you really want to know. I'll post it on my community page. They asked that I just don't show what they're currently paying me. But I know current prices at Weissman's right now are, I think, $225 a gross ton or $215 a gross ton. I know they're supposed to go down another $8 a pound, $8 a hundred, or $8, not $8 a hundred, $8 a ton, for Monday. But today is Wednesday. So yeah, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be hauling this in, and this is what I do, man. And I'm hoping by the end of next week, before Easter, I can get rid of all my copper and brass that I have. I'm actually not going to hold it. I'm going to sell it, just because I'd rather just put the money in and pay a bunch of bills and trying to catch up on some things, trying to get rid of my mortgage. So I'd rather make the extra. If I'm going to lose $300 or $400, it doesn't matter to me, because I'm going to pay my mortgage. I'm going to take whatever I make on that, and if I make $2,500, if I make $1,800, I'm going to dump that on my mortgage. I want to get rid of this mortgage payment. It sucks that I just had to put a heating system in there, and now I think I'm going to have to get a washing machine, so there's probably going to be another $700 or $800 for a washing machine. It is what it is, guys. But all right, man. Peace. Just like that is how you do it. Oh, I didn't stop the video.